Hey guys, we are back here for another video. Welcome to anybody who is new to the channel. Y'all been hitting me up. Let's talk about it. Married to Medicine. It was a mess. It was a mess. It was a hot mess. So let's get into it. Want to specifically talk about Dr. G and King, the entire blow up. Why did it happen? Did somebody tell King to come after Dr. G? Because it was just out of place. So let's get into it, talk about it.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Okay, y'all. Married to Medicine was a whole lot. Like, it was given a whole bunch in one episode. I feel like they should have spread that out because it was just like boom, boom, boom. We got Phaedra and Apollo. I got to talk about that. Then, of course, Dr. G situation. We have the Shireen, the side chick that I've been told y'all about. And some people was in my comments like, she was never a side chick. Yeah, she was a side chick. So I'm glad Phaedra said it again. Yes, she was a side chick. The lady that Apollo is married to, the one who now has filed for a divorce, was a side chick. Reason why Phaedra never visited him in jail. She let his ass sit there because he was messing with that girl that y'all saw on the trip. Now, like I said, it's so much to talk about in this episode. Like, even the dentist with her lying, it's like, it's just like some of these people you never met, but you can just know by, just by how they act that you don't like them. Why would you bring that man onto the show? Now, we did see something where, she asked Phaedra, and it didn't seem like it was a problem, but I believe the problem was I don't even know if, because even though Apollo said he wasn't going to bring his wife, even if he brought her, the fact of the matter is she attacked Phaedra. For what reason? You was the side chick, so you going to attack me? She want to be Phaedra so bad. We're going to have to talk about that later. But anyway, for the purpose of this video, because like I said, it was so much going on, I really wanted to get into the situation with King and Dr. G. Now, I don't know what y'all take on that was, but to me, y'all, it was so inappropriate. I thought it was out of line. I did not think that Quad's man conducted himself right. I think it was totally disrespectful in the worst way. Because, dude, you're telling him don't say anything to Quad. When we watched that and she was doing 99.9% of the talking, they only interjected because she became so damn disrespectful. Like, if you are concerned about Dr. G saying something to your drunk at it, why don't you tell her to leave and lay off the freaking alcohol? I got a report that says Quad was pulled over. Not only was she lit drunk, she had other drugs. So while she's running around here lying, talking about Mariah, it seems like she the one that liked to get lit. So I'm just not understanding why King the chauffeur, because allegedly he was also Quad's chauffeur. Maybe she got desperate. I don't know. The storyline to how she met him is not adding up, and y'all gonna learn when y'all see the reunion. It still don't connect. Okay, rental boyfriend is what it's given. But it seems like maybe she had a conversation with King and told him off camera, go after Dr. G, because as y'all can see, them women sat they around and they watched. They didn't do anything. It was almost as if they were looking for something to actually pop off. Now, I'm going to play a little bit of it. I can't play a lot of it because, if you just can't. So we're going to get into it just a bit because, frankly, I feel like it was a whole entire setup. I feel like they knew what was about to pop off. And I just believe that they set them up. And I thought it was real nasty. So let's kind of get into some of it, y'all.
Last night, I'm going to let that shit slide, all right?
Okay.
You don't need to speak to her no more.
I don't want to speak to her no more.
All right, so don't let it happen, all right? And then we ain't going to have no problems.
Listen,
all right?
Tell her to stop saying the shit that she says.
No, she can say whatever she want to say.
Not to me, though.
Hold on.
She can say whatever the F she wants to say is what this boy just said. And I can't even call him a man because this is not what a man do. What a man does is you check your, that's what a man does. If yo is out of order, you keep her in order. I don't know about y'all, but you know, I don't want to be with somebody that just don't have a backbone, because clearly, girl, Quad was the one that was out of control. So tell me, how is it that you come at another man and trying to check him for what your drunk and out of order girl did? Like, if you can't keep her to an acceptable pace, how do you come and check him? And Dr. G is simply saying, I mean, tell her to stop talking to me. Like, I mean, does he not have a right to say something when somebody continually comes after him? I mean, she went from saying they need to have more sex to she need to plan their trip to, yeah, I left you. I left that marriage. Why? Why does she need to keep on talking about these people to make herself relevant? I know why. Because she ain't married to medicine. She's not married to medicine, and she needs to get her ratchet ghetto wig off of this show. She needs to go. Quad needs to go. Heavenly needs to go.
I have to talk to her and then she can say shit to me.
I'm telling
Does
you.
that make sense to you?
If she says something to you, you address me. You don't speak to her.
Shaq ain't gonna let nothing pop off. No, but I just need you to stay with me. Shaq ain't finna let shit pop off.
You tell her. Don't be coming at me with the crazy shit.
I'm telling you.
And I would, if she come at me with the crazy shit,
hold on. I'm telling you some shit right now. I know about the past, right? I ain't gonna go
you know
fight
her
the past.
side of the past.
Tell me something different.
Okay, guys, that's all I got. I can't show more of that because, you know, it becomes a problem, but help me out. What am I missing? What did I miss? I just don't get that whole entire interaction. Now, if he would have said something like this, hey, I know it got out of line yesterday. In the future, you know, if you know, something like that, let me know. But here's the deal. He didn't need to let you know you were there. So I don't, it's giving King, you a little boy. That's really what it's giving. It's giving you're a boy, and you're trying to play with the big boys, because you can be a 15-year-old boy to understand logic and how everything transpired. He didn't do anything. Yes, he told her to shut the up. But if you would have told her, he wouldn't have needed to tell her. So you want to try to check him or telling yo that's drunk that you can't control to be quiet when all you had to do was tell her to shut up. Okay, so blame yourself. But the fact of the matter is, you want to check a grown man about something that yo did and you sat there with her. I don't understand it. It makes no sense at all. Not only did you try to check him, you tried to really check him as if you wanted him to be afraid of you. And that's really giving little boy, because when you get to a certain age, you don't give up about nobody. You don't fear them. You don't give what they say. So the fact that you wanted him to bow down to your little boy ass is a whole trip. Okay. And then did you run after him? You try to chase him? Now you're not even on the show. Like, you can't even be on this show anymore because of that behavior. Because what you didn't learn is how to communicate with your words. And like Dr. G said, and you really got mad, which is really giving little boy, I knew you were exactly like her. I knew it. And you know what? I didn't know it, but we all learned it. He is exactly like Quad. Dr. G simply says, I don't want to speak to her. Tell her to stop saying what she says. He says she can say what she want to say. Dr. G is like, how do you want me to talk to her and she not say anything to me? Oh, well, if she say something to you, you address me. Little boy, what? What are you talking about, little boy? Dr. G says, I'm telling you to tell her to stop coming at me with the... He says, I know about the past. He says, you know about what she told you. And he says, tell me something different. Man, how old are you? If you haven't realized that there's 3 sides to a story, you're wet behind the ears. There's usually each person's side, and the truth resides in the middle. So the fact of the matter is, King, you look stupid. Quad, you look even more stupider. Heavenly, you continue to look like a fool. You look like a fool. And I don't know what y'all, what y'all got from yesterday. Like I said, it gave me a headache. It was way too much in one episode. It was so much going on. And it was set up. It was all set up. It was all what they put together. And when I say they, Toya, Simone, Heavenly, and Jackie, they all set this up. That's why y'all didn't see Jackie nowhere, because she want to make it seem like she didn't know. This whole show is trash. Heavenly has single-handedly, and the reason why I say single-handedly, because she is the idiot, she's the fool, she's the desperate one. She's the only one that's going to do this, because like I told y'all, she was so desperate to be on this show that she transformed her funny look to a more acceptable look. So she was so desperate to be on this show. So therefore, they used her because they know she'll do anything. She's desperate. They say she is desperate for fame, and she wanted to be on this show so bad. I mean, I told y'all that in the last video. You had to be on here, or wanted to be on here so bad. If you guys go back to that first, I think it's that first season, episode 1 or 2, you see her in the corner. They wouldn't even film her, but she looks a hot mess. So it's funny how she drags everybody else, and her husband used to look better than her. So this show is trash. It is trash. It is trash. It is trash. And like I said, Dr. G was set up. The only one who didn't know that was going to happen is Phaedra, Contessa, and obviously Sweet Tea. But they all put this together. This was laughs. This was all laughs. Look how when Shireen, big wide back Shireen, wants to come at Phaedra, girl, y'all just need to leave Phaedra alone, because y'all ain't in her league. Like, y'all ain't figured that out yet. Y'all are not in Phaedra's league. Leave Phaedra alone, because you ain't got it like Faye. Like, just be her friend at this point. Like, Phaedra left on a private jet hose. Like, y'all not in her league. Just stop it, give it up, be her friend, and just stop trying to be a hater. So you bring this woman on here to try to talk crazy to Phaedra, which I'll address later too. And it goes to show how the delusional, crazy Heavenly just lies all the fucking time. She said that she cussed Phaedra out. Did y'all see that? I didn't see her cuss Phaedra out. I must have missed that part. I didn't see her cuss Phaedra out, but what she did say was, Apollo ain't looking for you. But clearly he was. I mean, he's asking about somebody she's dating, which has shit to do with him. I mean, Phaedra, if she wants Apollo, she should date your daddy, because you were sleeping with this trick while she was married to you. And you have the audacity to want to know who she's talking to. She want to talk to your daddy. It's up to her. So I don't know what y'all thought about this episode. It was a hot mess. And like I said, the dentist, Heavenly, the evil demon, she has single-handedly destroyed Married to Medicine.